There's a few things that I want to do today, which, depending on how sidetracked I get, we'll see how many of them we can accomplish. I crafted this little logistics train and set up some tracks, just to allow it to run around the colony for a bit of decoration. It doesn't actually do anything useful, and it was working well until it scooped up a sheep and my raccoon, and then broke itself. Annoyingly, I can't get the animals out of the carts, as all of my attempts to free them just end with me punching them, so they're kinda stuck in there, which is a bummer. Also, the raccoon locomotive was not one of the things I wanted to look into today, so we are already off to a cracking sidetrackless start. Enchanting, on the other hand, is something that I wanted to look into, because we finally have found Silk Touch. About bloody time as well. We've also managed to upgrade the university to level 2 in the offline. Several builders were killed during the upgrade process. I say killed, they drowned themselves on their own accord, but we did eventually get the upgrade, so we can now conduct 2 researches at a time, and we have access to level 2 researches in total, which one of the first researches we're going for is flintstones to unlock the stone smeltery, and we'll go for string work to unlock the Fletcher. There's a few more buildings here which I would like to unlock, such as the crusher's hut, the sifter's hut, as well as the glass blower, and eventually the mechanic. But we will need to upgrade a few more buildings to level 2 and 3 in order to get those researches, plus have those 2 finished to begin with, so plenty of time for all of that. Although just before we do leave the university, what I would like to do is come into it and actually begin the construction work order for the school and the library. The school build looks ridiculously quick to do, so we'll set that. The library as well, actually. Oh, holy crap, okay, those are 2 really quick upgrades until the builders drown themselves. Well, unfortunately, one of the university casualties was Cinny, so we now have Noe as the builder, who is upgrading a house to level 3 at the moment, and is requesting in some white concrete, which until we get our concrete mixer up, I will just simply need to make here. The second builder we have is now Abraham, if I recall, and they're upgrading the Fisher's Hut to level 3 for us, and he is also requesting in some items, some stripped spruce log slabs, which we can teach that recipe to the sawmill at least, and it's even simpler to teach seeing as it's an architect's cutter recipe. I've seen that the Fisher is actually an incredibly helpful build whenever they work correctly, that is. Not only do they fish up fish for our idiots to eat, but I've seen that they can also fish up enchanted books, which the couriers have picked up already and have taken over into the warehouse. Yeah, we've got quite a few here actually, and not too bad enchantments from them by the looks of it. So we'll continue upgrading the fishermen, just in hopes that it can get us even better enchanted books. I've also seen that we can make a few different types of fishing rods, which hopefully the fishermen can also use. I'm assuming the higher tier the rod, the better the loot that they can get. The recipes for the rods are simple enough, so we'll make them up all 3 here and see which one they can use. And he's chosen the iron one to use. Maybe once we upgrade you to level 3, you'll upgrade to gold. But good, he can use different rods, so we'll see what he can fish up with those. Abraham is now requesting in some framed shroomlight blocks alongside some decorated pots. The decorated pots are no issue, I think we can simply teach them here to the stonemason. The framed shroomlights, on the other hand, I think we can also teach to the sawmill. Yes, indeed we can, but we will require some shroomlights. And if I had some nylium, we could start to grow the nether fungi and get some shroomlights that way. So it's another fun trip through the nether, just to get some nylium. Easy peasy. Thank you very much, Silk Touch. And we'll get that on the grow. Abraham now has everything he requires to upgrade the fisherman's hut to level 3. and already I see that new framed shroom block in. It's quite a simple upgrade this, so I'm expecting him to have it complete pretty shortly actually. Yep, there it is. And the fisherman is now using the diamond fishing rod. Okay, even better, level 3 we can use diamond. Abraham has moved on and has picked up the school upgrade, which is ridiculously simple. Bookshelves and yellow carpet, both of which I will just quickly make up for you there, until we get up the Fletcher, who will then make the carpets for us, and the plantation build to make the books. Noe, or Noe, however you say it, is upgrading the forester's house to level 3. I do really like the upgrades that these level 3 buildings get, but he has everything in for it, so I'll just let him get on with it. And that's the fisherman just drowned. So glad we spent that time upgrading his hut and giving him a better rod. What a needless, pointless death. But we already have any new fishermen, so main, here's a diamond fishing rod for you. The school upgrade is a quick upgrade, and in fact it's already done, so that's grand. Thank you, Abraham. Let's maybe just come in and upgrade this to level 2 next. Abraham has picked up the library upgrade next, of which he's only requesting in a few bookshelves, and I've got him covered there. So this upgrade will definitely take a time. Yeah. There, it's complete. And the upgrade to level 2 looks equally as difficult to do, so we'll also assign Abraham the upgrade for that. He's picked up the school upgrade to level 2 and pretty much has everything in for it already. Just more blue carpets and some chains, which chains I think I've already taught to the blacksmith, so it's really just the blue carpets that he's then going to require. So there's the school, now level 2 as well. That's the researchers just made their conclusions about the flintstones, which is our stone smeltery build. So with the free research slot, what I'm going to go for is memory aid, to give our builds 25% more recipe slots, and they now also understand string work, which has unlocked our Fletcher's hut, and there's a library, now level 2 as well, but with the other free research slot, I'm going to go for rocking roll to unlock the Crusher's hut, and there's 4 potential new buildings for us to construct, and Noe has finally finished with the level 3 residence. Good stuff, a lot at once there. Well, we can't upgrade the library or school build within a university until we upgrade the university itself to level 3, but I'm going to hold off on that for now because I reckon that's going to be a monstrous upgrade. Instead, what we'll do is upgrade the town hall here to level 2, which should be a simpler upgrade, should being the operative word. And with the second free builder, what I think we will do is then construct the stone smeltery build, which is going to help the colony out quite a bit. At level 1, the building looks pretty standard, although I do see a lot of stone and andesite required. Level 5, we get this extension here with a road and railway that leads off to nothing. Is this a building that is then supposed to connect to another one? Right, okay, I may need to look into that. Well, I thought that rail track may then lead you into the smeltery build itself, so that the two of them connect up, but I don't think that's the case. I think the smeltery is a standalone build, as is all of the other buildings by the looks of it, so I think I'm okay then with placing the stone smeltery build pretty much anywhere. Not entirely sure what that railroad is then used for. The recipe for the stone smeltery build is very simple, and I think we'll tuck the building just in the corner here beside the smeltery build, so long as it isn't interfering with the forestry build, which I don't think it is. But this rail track here is concerning me a little bit. I get the feeling I might be missing something it's supposed to attach to. Well, we'll find out one way or another, I suppose. Let's maybe just construct it and see. Noe is requesting in a few different items here for the town hall upgrade, all of which we can simply teach to the stonemason and the sawmill. And Abraham has picked up the stone smeltery build, which doesn't look too difficult for him to do. We'll just assist whenever he requests in anything. In the meantime though, what we'll do is craft the Fletcher's hut, and the building looks incredibly simple to construct, with only the one entrance and exit to it. And I think we'll tuck the building in just off of the sawmill. Kinda makes sense, and whenever one of our builders finishes whatever they're up to at the moment, we'll get them coming out and constructing this for us. Excellent. Everything moving smoothly and in the right direction now, just the way I like it.